everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do a full like glowy skin, kind of using some of my favorite products for glowy skin and trying maybe like one other product, but it's just going to be like glowy, dewy skin look, kind of natural, not as full glam. Excited to talk to you about some of my tips and tricks for that and all that good stuff. But first we're going to start out with our practice, right? So today we're going to do another breath practice. This is one of my absolute favorite breath practices to do in the morning. It is energizing. It is called Breath of Fire, and they use it in a lot of yoga practices, not just Kundalini yoga. And it is an equal inhale and exhale through the nose while pumping your navel. So a good way to learn this is by panting like a dog. The inhale happens naturally, and the exhale happens as you pull the navel in. The air pushes out, so it looks like this through the nose. And my navel, as I pull it in, the air is pushing out. So it's like, so that's a slower version of it. To learn it, a great way is to stick your tongue out and pant like a dog while pulling that navel in. Looks like this. So we're just gonna do this for a few seconds just to energize ourselves, give ourselves that boost of energy, bring energy to the breath, to the body. So do it panting like a dog or through the nose, and we'll inhale. Exhale and begin. Inhale and exhale, relax. It also helps with anxiety. It helps get rid of excess energy but bring in new good energy. So it's a great breath practice to do literally anytime, but especially in the morning. I love it. Really energizing. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into today's video. First of all, I have to mention this because I think I got this sample a really long time ago of Perfume, and I know I tried it because I set it up on my desk, like use it, but I kept forgetting it was there. But it is the, I believe you would call it Erin Amber Musk. I'm going to buy this. This is my new scent. This is my new scent. It is very, very not common for me to find like another scent, but it is seriously so good. The fragrance like notes are gardenia rattan, amber musk, lilac path, ikat jasmine, and evening rose. And it says amber musk blends sensual florals, distinctive amber, and creamy musk. It makes a velvety first impression, contrasted by a succulent burst of coconut water and the femininity of rose centifolia absolute. Like the glow of amber flames, lingering benzoin and musk infuses the fragrance with warmth. I love like warm floral scents, like warm musky floral, like that's my thing. I love it. So anyway, had to mention that. But we're gonna start off with my Milk Makeup Hydro Primer. This is the Hydro Grip Primer. So many people have talked about this. I talked about it in my Sephora haul that I bought this in the mini size because I did get a couple different primers. Oh my goodness, it's very thick. I literally have not even tried this. So this is something that we're trying out that's new to me. I don't know how it's gonna work, but people love it and they say it's hydrating. And I've gotta be honest, probably the person on YouTube that I trust the most with recommendations is Kathleen Lights, because we have very, very similar skin. Not just skin tone. Wow, this is like, oh my goodness, really tacky. Oh my goodness, like, oh my gosh, like one of the most tacky primers I've ever felt. Oh my, whoa, I feel like that is so, like, that, can you see this? Can you see that, like, pulling my cheeks? It does feel pretty hydrating. I'm really excited for that. Hopefully it is. I thought about using the silk canvas on my pores, but I don't think I need to. Every time I go to film a video and I've got Isla here with me and she's with me, because sometimes I try to film them like while she's napping, but today she's with me, she's really awake. She seriously blows out her diaper. I don't know what it is about filming that makes her blow out her diaper, but she did it last night and she just started grunting. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, it's less tacky now, but still feels a little tacky. It feels like very smooth though. We're gonna use first my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. You guys, this is an absolute holy grail product. I don't have very many holy grail products, I feel like, anymore, like things that like I can't live without, and this is for sure absolutely one of them. These are the places that I always put it on. It's under every single foundation. I ever use. I do not go a day without wearing this. And sometimes I wear it on its own. The shade that I have is in Too Light. But I've thought about getting a deeper shade and probably will for the summer, because I think in the summer especially, I will probably want to wear this on its own. Wow, I can feel like my brush kind of grabbing with that primer. I'm interested to see if it makes things look patchy, or if it, I mean, people rave about it, so I can't imagine it being patchy, but I do feel like this is blending, like have to work a little harder than I usually do. But do you see how it's just like glowy and very natural looking? Oh, I absolutely love it. And I'm a really big fan. One of my favorite products for like glowy, light coverage, natural is the Warm Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. But today we're gonna do the YSL. She's pooping right now. I'll wait till you're done, hun. Yeah, you smile. You are hilarious. You're a funny girl. Yeah, do we need to go change your diaper in a second? We're gonna use the YSL Touche Eclat All-in-One Glow, and the shade I got in this is B20. I got this in the Sephora VIB sale, and also if you guys have a baby, you know there's always a second wave. I made that mistake many a time at the beginning, changing it too early. So, it's pretty, like, thick, kind of. I've never used it. Smells like the YSL products. Very like going on very smoothly. Definitely not patchy from that primer or anything. And it's like really like, not like thin isn't the right word, but I used that one pump and it's like still going. This is a really great match for my skin tone. I'm only gonna take like a third of a pump for this cheek. Wow, I'm really impressed with how far that one pump spread, and also just how thin, but it really is like a light, it's like a light to medium coverage. I don't know, like it doesn't just look light, like it's definitely thicker than I thought it was going to be. That is one of my favorite like foundations I've ever put on my face, like first impression. That's like literally my perfect everyday coverage. All right, the concealer that I think we're gonna use today is my Liquid Camouflage. But before I do that, I am gonna add a little bit, just a little bit of the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I just add a little bit of this because it can kind of get out of hand. I'm even gonna wipe a little bit off my finger, and like quickly, and tend to crease. So you have to be very mindful about how much you use. And I don't put it like all the way up under, like right up here, because I do find that it creases there. So I just kind of like blend it down near my inner corner where I actually get a little bit of darkness. This is a really cool product, but if you don't set it, it will crease. And if you use too much, it will crease. And we're gonna use my Catrice concealer because it's the perfect for like lighter coverage days. So I'm just gonna use this right here and just go down on my cheek a little, which is what I do when I want a little bit more coverage. And usually when I'm wearing a tinted moisturizer or something like that in terms of coverage, that is what I want to do. And I go a little bit down my nose and a little here. Not too much. And I've been using, you guys have seen that, my Morphe brush to kind of pat that out. That Catrice shade is like my perfect concealer shade. Where did I put that? Light beige, number 20. It seriously is just like brightening enough and a little bit lighter, but it's almost just like a little bit more yellow than my skin tone. And it's not too light, so I don't get like flashback or it looking weird at all. Okay, and I'm only gonna set right under my eyes. And I'm gonna set with a slightly glowier powder that I'm really liking right now. I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Powder under my eyes in the shade Creamy Natural. Make sure I set just like right up under there so that that brightener doesn't crease. I would probably set my concealer, but the Catrice doesn't always need to be set, but for the brightener, it does. So I'm leaving the rest of my skin not powdered. But if I was going to powder, or a good glowy recommendation that I would have for a powder would be this one, or the Flower Beauty like glow powder is one of my all-time favorites. It is so, so, so good. I absolutely love it. This skin looks amazing. I can't believe how high coverage that is. I would actually venture to say that this is a medium coverage. I don't know what it claims online, but it seems more like a medium coverage to me. This is my Marc Jacobs like cream highlight. I'm just going to brush that on the cheeks. That's another reason why I didn't want to powder the face. I knew I was gonna use this like nice glowy product. I don't want too much, but I want enough. I'm just gonna add a touch up here. I love it. Oh, I'm feeling like very dewy and glowy and amazing. Okay, now for eyes, we're gonna do the simplest eye ever. I'm gonna keep this out, and I'm gonna take the bronzer that I've been loving. This is one of my favorite palettes if you want, like, if you like glowy, shimmery, sheeny bronzers, blushes, and highlights, but that look really natural and their texture is like so soft and smooth and beautiful. You need this. This is the Becca Coco Malika BFF palette, and I'm gonna take, oh, not this brush, I'm gonna take a smaller brush, this one here, and the bronzer. This is something that I do seriously every day. Bronzers, if you've never used them as transition colors, are the best transition colors. They're so natural, effortless, like just they match your skin tone if you're using them on the face, and this is one I literally can't get enough of, especially as a transition. It's so, so, so good. And then to keep the simplicity of this look, I am going to take my Marc Jacobs highlighter on my finger, and I'm going to use this as like a cream eyeshadow, and I'm going to pat it all over. M562, more of that bronzer, and just kind of going with like a heavy hand, really bronzing up that lower lash line and connecting it back. And then we're gonna do a little lash curling, a little mascara, and I will be right back. Now for the rest of the skin, we're gonna go back in with that bronzer and bring the skin to life. Really add a decent amount of pigment to the skin. Really work on, okay, so it's a little bit sticky, the foundation not being powdered. Sometimes you have that, but usually it works out okay. Yeah, I like it. It's working out okay. This bronzer, you guys, is seriously like one of my all-time favorite bronzers I have ever tried. It's so pretty. And then add a glowy blush, and we are going to use one of these blushes. These have been my favorite. They have a little bit of a satin finish, absolutely like just beyond stunning. I'm going to use kind of a combo of them. I love that corally color. It's like the perfect summer flush. And I am not going to add an extra highlighter. I love the kind of natural glow, and I don't want any like texture emphasized. The dewiest of the dewy, you guys, the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. This is a brand new one I got from Target a long time ago, and I completely forgot I had it. Come to mama. It's got hyaluronic acid. It is so dewy. You actually kind of have to be careful with this setting spray, because if you spray too much, you're probably gonna look a little oily. But it's absolutely like stunning. It really helps the makeup just like melt into the skin. And then to top it off, I do want to use lip liner. You guys, remember how much I love the Kokie Cosmetics Warm Nude? I cannot find that lip liner. I don't know what happened to it. It's devastating, I know. All right, I'm gonna use Charm by Kylie. Okay, and then I have a bunch of favorite dewy lip colors right now. The NARS Afterglow Lip Balm and Orgasm. Any of the Tarte Lip Quench, Lip Rescue Quencher thingies. These new Dior Addict Stellar Shines are really good. I also love the Laneige Glowy Lip Balm. You could use like any of these. I think I'm gonna layer these two. I'm gonna use the Dior one first, so you guys can see what it looks like. Oh, so glowy. The most wet looking of all of them is the NARS Afterglow and the Tarte. I'm gonna layer this on top. I love this. This is seriously one of my favorite types of makeup look story. This is my favorite kind of makeup to wear, like glowy, dewy, radiant. It actually still looks really natural. Like if you saw me in person, you wouldn't be like, oh, she's got a crap ton of makeup on. You'd be like, oh, she's wearing makeup, but she looks pretty. I think, you know, hopefully. I think I look nice. So anyway, that is this glowy, dewy skin look. I have to say, I don't know if it'll make my makeup last better, but my makeup still went on really well with this Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm borderline obsessed. So I'm really glad I bought this and this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah.